What's up, everybody? There is a lot that we need to be talking about today, and if you don't know, well, let me tell you, this is going to be something that's really going to change a lot of people. I have a lot of friends who are in every category of the LGBTQ. They are all amazing and wonderful people, and they mean so much to me. So, every day, people in that community, they're always criticized for whatever they are. If you're lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, or if you're queer, those people are always criticized. They're being name called, or they're being made fun of and everything along the way. And each one is very major. But today we're actually going to talk about one of the major ones, which is transgender. If you don't know what that is, basically it means, like, let's say if you were born as a woman, but you feel that you should be born as a man, then you have sex change and everything. So basically it's from man to woman or woman to man. So that's what transgender is. And basically it is really hard for some people because, some, they don't take it very well. Others, like family, they feel like they shouldn't, like this, but at the same time, they accept you for who you are, no matter what. And, this is especially hard for those who are in the military. Now, if you don't know, today, Donald Trump announced that, he announced this via Twitter, that he has plans to reinstate the ban on transgender individuals from serving in any capacity in the U.S. Armed Forces. So he did that in 3 tweets, but, he basically said, after consultation with my generals and military experts, please be advised that the United States government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the U.S. military. Our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and distribution that transgender in the military will entitle. This just so messed up, and this decision, it reversed a policy that was initially approached by the Defense Department under President Barack Obama, which was still under final review, that will allow transgender individuals to openly serve in the military. Now, Defense Secretary James Mattis announced last month that he was delaying enactment on the plan to begin allowing transgender individuals to join the military. Now, Ash Carter, the Defense Secretary under Obama, he ended the ban on transgender people serving openly in the military in 2016, but allowed for a year-long review process to be allowed through the Pentagon to determine how it will actually accept new transgender recruits into the military. Now, previously, on the eve of that 1-year deadline, Mattis announced that he is delaying the implementation, my apologies, on the new policy, saying that it needed more time. Again, he said that it needs more time. And he said that since becoming the Secretary of Defense, I have emphasized that the Department of Defense must measure each policy decision against one critical standard. Will the decision affect the readiness and the length of the force? And he said this in his memo late last month. Along with that, he says, let me put this to you in another way. How would the decision affect the ability of Americans' military to defend the nation? It is against the standard that I provided the following guidance on the way forward in accusing transgender individuals into the military services. I just don't get why you think that this is a major thing along the way, but apparently it is, because 2016 Rand Corporation study commissioned by the Defense Department concluded that letting transgender people serve openly would have a minimal impact on readiness and healthcare costs, largely because there are so few in the military's 1.3 million member force. And along with that, the study, it put the number of transgender people in the military between 1,320 to 6,630. And, gender change surgery is rare in the general population, and the Rand study estimated that the possibility of 30 to 140 new hormone treatments a year in the military, with 25 to 130 gender transition related surgeries among active service members. It's just wow, you know, and everything along the way. And then they keep going on. They said that the cost ranges from 2.4 million to 8.4 million, and an amount that will represent an exceedingly small portion of total healthcare endures and everything along the way as the study followed. Now, this decision also has a setback from Trump on the transgender community following his decision several months ago to revise an Obama administration policy allowing transgender students to use the bathroom of their choice. And that is still going on today. So they are still fighting for that. Now, Trump, let me ask you something. Have you ever met Monica Helms? Seriously, if you're watching this, have you ever met Monica Helms? If you don't know who she is, or people who don't know who she is actually the creator of the trans pride flag. And she's also a veteran who served in the Navy from 1970 to 1978. And when she saw this, when she saw the tweet, she just said what Trump did was strictly to serve his bigot followers and nothing else. Trans people have proven to serve well and without any issues in both our country and several throughout the world. And she's right. There are so many people out there who are transgender who are making an impact. And, you know, it's so much, you know, to hear about all this, you know, it's just a hassle. Now, I'm not in the military, but, you know, I'm just saying, you know, this is so much for people to bear. Now, some of you guys are thinking, now, how did the trans flag become, you know, how did it create? How did it become what it is today? Well, Monica Helms, she created the flag in 1999 after speaking to the creator of the bisexual pride flag, Michael Page. And she took that flag wherever she marched with the color guards at dozen pride parades, and, you know, people loved it. Now, people didn't know what it was at first. And so she, you know, she kept getting skeptical about it because, you know, she kept taking everything along the way. But after several years, you know, it finally got to people in 2013. And that is just beautiful. And, you know, Helm said that it actually means something to people. You know, you actually have to notice what it actually means to the people.
I think the colors meant something to people. The fact that the white stripe is for people that are non-binary, feel that they don't have a gender, that sort of helps cover them. And those people that want to be part of the binary, they're included in that with the colors.
So after hearing that video, you can actually see what that flag means to a lot of people in the transgender community. And Helms has this advice for young trans people. It's unite with each other. There's safety in numbers. Don't give up. Okay? And you know, when this was all announced, Trump, I've got a question. Actually, I've got something to read to you. And I want you to tell me if this is true or not. You said via Twitter, "Thank you to the LGBTQ community. I will fight for you while Hillary brings in more people to threaten your freedoms and beliefs." You said this last year. This is for the whole campaign and everything else along the way. You said you will fight for them. It's 2017, and yet you're bringing them down. Do you see the difference what's going on? So the promise that you had to the LGBTQ community, you already broke it so much. And you know, there are a lot of people out there who want to say a lot to you, and I know a lot of people have as well. Along with that, a lot of famous people like George Takei, who said Trump is banning all transgenders from the military. To those who believe that Trump will be a friend to the LGBTs, well, it's time to admit that you were conned. And along with that, you also have Caitlyn Jenner. And then you also have Laverne Cox, who nailed it in the head with this tweet. It was to all the trans folks currently serving in the military, thank you for your service. I am sorry your commander-in-chief doesn't value it. Let me tell you guys this. Wake the hell up. Because if you can see how our nation is messing up, it would just broaden your horizon so much. So, wake the hell up, people. And I'm trying, I'm a nice guy and everything, but at the same time, if you are bringing somebody down, that makes no sense whatsoever. You should not do that to anybody. You should help them in any way possible. People, seriously, it's 2017. We should be rising up, not going down. This is ridiculous. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think about this whole transgender ban on the military. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let people know, everything along the way. I'm here for you guys. You tell me what's on your mind, okay? I love you guys no matter what. Some of you may hate me, some of you love me. Hey, that's life. That's what can you do about it, okay? But I am out here letting you guys know what is happening in this world. All right? So, I love you guys.